Okay, so I just want to do a follow-up video on this BMW X6. This is the video that was out on the ZF6H P26 valve body service. All right, this is that transmission. As I said in the description, it did not fix the problem. So I spoke to the guy. I figured out a price, just kind of to do a repair for him, because the transmission actually worked okay in all the gears, except when it got hot. On a 3 to 4 shift, sometimes it would run away, put it into limp mode, and then you get the E-clutch monitoring code. All right, and as I said, fairly common problem is the bushing, if it works okay cold and not okay hot. But again, I have seen instances where the same scenario went with a solenoid too. So the bushing is definitely no good. I put the drum on here, which I'm going to show you guys. I'm just kind of doing a little after hours intro, but I'm going to put the drum in the pump with the old bushing, and the drum actually is loose, rocking back and forth. It's real. The bushing is real worn out. We're going to check the drum just to make sure it's not cracked. The clutches are good. All the clutches actually are like new, and I'll just check the drum with you guys one more time just to make sure it's not cracked, which it's not. So, and then we'll go ahead and install the new bushing, make sure it fits okay, and then I can go ahead and put this back together. Right, all the other bushings here I already did, just to kind of keep up with the work. I got a couple coming out that I'm gonna have to get on as soon as they come out. A couple of transmissions. I got actually a couple of 62 TEs that are gonna be on the way out tomorrow. All right, so I guess that is about it for now. Just want to film a quick intro, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning, and we'll go over the internals of this tranny. And again, with the problem is the rear stator bushing, and I'll show you how loose that bushing is on the drum. All right, so that's it. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. All right, back with you this morning. So let's put this drum in with the original bushing in there. As you can see this, if you can see that the drum is moving, this bushing is way worn out. Right, here is the new bushing here. So the E-clutch apply oil comes in through here. All right, so you have the sealing ring and you have the bushing. That's going to seal it. So of course, when that bushing wears out, the oil can escape. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to knock this bushing out, I'm going to press the new one in, and then we're going to do that again. Okay, so I have the new bushing pressed in. We'll install the drum. Now again, I press in the bushings, and sometimes it's still a little snug when you fit the drum on, so you can tap around here to seat the drum. Okay, this one was a little tight, honestly, so I did that, and it worked out real nice. Now, I have absolutely no movement at all in this drum from before with the old bushing. Okay, so that was definitely the problem. So what we want to do now is I just want to air check this drum with you guys just to confirm that there are no leaks. So we're going to fill the cavity in here with some oil. I'll get a little closer, blow through the hole again, because the E-clutch oil comes in through here, and we'll just make sure we see no bubbles. So let me just get set up for that, and I will be right back. All right, so we'll put some oil around here, and we're looking for bubbles, of course, around that area, around like a weld. So let me do this.
Okay, that looks good. All right, let me just reposition. All right, so a quick overview with trans. A drum, 2 bushings, the B, I got the new bushings in here. And remember this one, this bearing sits in here, so you gotta knock this down enough because this bearing has the lip on it. So you don't want the bearing sitting up because then everything is not gonna sit correctly. So you gotta get that down far enough so the bearing sits flat. All right, the clutch hubs. Got new bushings in here, new bushing in here. And even the bushing here was bad, was pretty wiped out. So all that got done. And again, here's another shot of this valve body that we did already. So we definitely found the problem of a bad rear stator bushing, causing this to go into lip mode and causing the code for the E-clutch monitoring. I went through all the clutches, and this clutch is honestly like new. And the car's, you know, got about 100,000 miles on it, but again, this thing worked. When this thing worked, it worked good. And then as soon as it got hot and you stepped into the gas a little bit, it ran away and that was it. So I don't want to forget my little spacer up here. And these are the bushings that I get from Transtar Dorabond. So that's it. So the next thing I got to do is just put this back together. So what we can do, what I'll do with you guys is just assemble the, you know, the front section of the trans as that gets dropped in all as one. So I guess we can do that and then close out the video. All right, so let me get set up for that and I will be right back. Okay, so we'll put our planet on. So this is going to go like this. Snap that in. Okay, that's good. E-drum, got the bearing installed here. Okay, and I got a bearing here. Now the clutch hub is going to go on. Clutch hub. Now the A clutch hub. Bearing here is already there. Okay. Also the clutch hub, or the B clutch. All right, so we got to get the snap ring, opening of the snap ring here, because that's the lock. If you can see this right here. All right, so let's see if this goes right on. Give it a shot, put it all in. There we go. She's in. And this will sit just like that. All right, so just a recap on this 2006 BMW X5. Came in with clutch E monitoring originally. Talking to the customer, he did want to fix the car ultimately, hoping he wouldn't have to spend a lot of money. So I said, hey, let's try the valve body first. So we agreed to that, and you know, we found those dampers no good. We put new solenoids in. He already had done the bridge seal, sealing sleeves, filter fluid and gasket, because this does have the metal pan. After the valve body was done, reset the shift adapts, drove it, after probably about 30 minutes of driving or so, when we stepped into it a little bit, because that's when it would happen, same problem. It ran away, fail-safe, clutch E-monitoring. At that point, we did get the okay to pull the transmission. I worked up a repair price, because I kind of knew we were dealing with a bushing problem at that point, since the solenoid did not fix it. So I worked up a price, agreed on that, and pulled the transmission out, installed the bushing kit. Again, clutches were like new, and we found that bushing was way worn out. So now we're just going to put this trans back together, schedule it to go back in, and that should be about it. This transmission should be good to go. So I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you next one.